All right. Hey, everyone out there. Welcome back to the next episode of Rabbit Hole. I'm joined, as always, with my friends, Mike Jefferson and Ray McClintock. Kyle Gilroy is taking a mental health day, having some time to himself, but we are going to push on without him. And he's always with us in spirit in some way, shape, or form, the Kyle Gilroy. But how is everyone doing in here tonight?
Nice. Today.
Nice.
This
Today.
morning.
Oh, that's right. It is today.
Yeah.
This weekend has been a blur for me. I had a buddy drive up from North Carolina to visit me. And he wanted to visit me and just hung out the weekend. He wanted to go to Massachusetts and Boston and hit up some dispensaries since it's all legal out there now.
Oh, nice.
So we just had a road trip up to Boston, checked it out. It was pretty sweet. I also had no idea that Massachusetts introduced this new rule that if you're traveling from out of state, you need to have with you like proof of negative COVID test.
Really?
Yeah. Did not know this until we saw signs for it entering that. Well, actually, we didn't even see it when we were entering Massachusetts. We entered Massachusetts, and then like an hour later, we got into Boston, and then we started seeing all these billboards that were like, as of October 1st, you need to have a negative COVID test if you're traveling from a high-risk state, or you need to wear your mask at all time and stuff like that. And I was looking it up online, and if you were caught without it, it could be up to like a $500 fine.
Dang.
So we were just like, let's go to what we need to do and get the heck out of here real quick because we didn't know anything about that.
Do you guys get any good seafood while you're out there?
We got a lot of seafood while we were in Connecticut. So there's a bunch of really good like shanties and seafood places around here. We got lobster rolls.
So good.
We got lobster rolls every day, fish and chips every day. We got some of that good while we were around here.
Lobster bisque, man. I could go for that right about now.
We got the good New England clam chowder. Oh, superb.
See, we have nothing out here in Colorado like that, you know?
No.
Just nothing.
I've been trying to think about that. What is a cuisine other than, what is it, green chili? Is that like the one thing that you would say is like quintessential Colorado? Green chili?
I would say, breakfast burritos and green chili.
Breakfast burritos and green chili.
Colorado's like the Hardee's of the USA. Like anytime I hear about like, here's this massive pizza with like 80 pounds of toppings, and it's like that, it's in Colorado. Or like a freaking giant burrito or something that's got like 12 eggs.
Yeah.
20 strips of bacon or some crazy shit. Always in Colorado. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I guess because people are high. I don't know.
I think we just, there isn't a distinct culture out here. I think it's such a conglomerate of like transplants from other states. So we get like really good food from other states, but then it just gets like hipsterized, you know, and like these like weird twists on everything. Also, I know like the microbrewery scene really kicked off here initially. But I don't know if you can consider that food. I mean, sometimes I consider that food, but
well, I mean, when you're in Colorado and that elevation hits you, you can only have like 2 beers. It feels like that's just your meal.
Maybe. Dude, I had a single beer the other day, and I was like, I legit could not drive right now if I wanted to. Like, one beer. It's cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah, that's how I was when I first got out there. I had my first beer, and I was like, wait, did I have 1 or 3? Like, what is it?
Oh, it's especially if you go from like a workout straight and like you grab a beer or something. Like I'll go ride and then I'll have a beer and it's like I'm gone. I'm totally gone. So yeah. What was I gonna say? There's a really good food that I've just recently had out here. No, never mind. I'll think of it. It was a little food truck. Anyway.
Dude, food trucks put on the best show. Like,
they really do.
I love food trucks because it's like there's so many of them, and that everyone is so unique and niche. Like there'd be a food truck that it's like Korean ramen taco burgers or something like that with ice cream on the side.
Yeah.
Like that's our thing.
We do have. There is in Gunnison. There's I'm pretty sure it's like an Asian. It's an Asian, or no, it's up here in Crested Butte. It's like an Asian food truck. I think. Okay, so what I was thinking of earlier when I couldn't remember it, like gas stations that cook food. I haven't ran into that in a lot of places outside of Colorado, but like we have 2 up here. We have Power Stop and we have Gas Cafe, and it's like they're those sandwiches are so good. I don't know if you had Gas Cafe or Power Stop.
Oh, I definitely had a lot of Power Stop. We've been to Power Stop before, right?
Yeah, we totally have. Yeah.
Power Stop, Gunnison, Colorado, the burger joint inside a gas station. But it's basically a restaurant and there's gas outside. Like gas stations aren't really gas stations anymore. But this place was dynamite. Some of the best burgers I've ever had.
Yeah.
North Carolina has a shit ton of those like barbecue or fried chicken or like sandwich joints. Like there's a lot of restaurant gas station things, but there is one in Franklin, North Carolina. It's called Cafe Rel, Rel. This is like a 5-star like Italian joint that is for some reason connected to a gas station. Like I went there for
so weird.
It really is. I was visiting Western one time, and Franklin is really close to where I went to college. And I was hanging out with some alumni, and they're like, you got to try this place out. And I'm thinking, you know, gas station food will probably be like fried chicken, greasy. It's still going to be good, but it's like not really what I want to be eating.
Yeah.
We get there. We walk into the place. This place is decked out like it's the Olive Garden. Like they got all this like the shit and like instruments on the wall. They got the music playing. It is
got the breadsticks.
They got breadsticks, like, but the food was so fucking good.
Oh,
like it's seriously a 5-star chef that was making this stuff. It was authentic. It was cuisine. It was amazing. Yeah, Cafe Rel. If you're ever in Franklin, North Carolina, don't be fooled by the gas station.
I'm so hungry right now.
Okay, need to hit that up. Hey, you guys ever been to Wawa?
I've been. Oh, in Texas. Oh wait, no, the gas station
in Florida, Texas, and I think up north.
Yeah, I've been to Wawa a couple times. They're pretty good sandwiches.
Yeah, I've never had that.
Wawa is dank.
Yeah. How are speaking of dankness? How are the dispensaries out in Boston?
Dude, so I went to this one dispensary in Mass. Like it's just right over the border. Like I feel like if you're opening a dispensary, like your smartest bet is to open up on the border of whatever state you're in.
Yeah, on, you know, on people some are major drive, highway.
Yeah, because then you're getting all the clientele. Because it's like right near a highway. And this place was like one of those. There were two that were right off a highway as soon as you get into Mass from Connecticut. This place was interesting, and it had a very like modern hipster feel to it. Like very black and white, some interesting art on the wall. And because of COVID, like you can't like sample any products or there's nothing like out. They just hand you a menu. You tell them what you want and then they put it in a bag. So because of everything, it's kind of not personal, but that place was pretty cool. It was called Theory. And then I went to another one called Mass Alternative, and that place felt like a DMV. Like,
really?
Yeah, there was just something about the way it was set up and how they moved you along lines that just felt like you're waiting at a DMV. Just like, I need my ID and some sativa. Like, let's get at it.
That's how the ones out here have changed too. Like the one you like Soma and Gunnison, you just walk in and like you can't even enter that far. Like you literally stand in a doorway and they have everything there and you just have to like, you just point and like, oh, I'll check that out. Yeah.
I also didn't know like how different states do it. So obviously in Colorado, if you're getting gummies, all gummies are 10 milligrams. In Massachusetts, they can't be stronger than 5 milligrams.
What?
Oh, that's
yeah, that is lame. But I guess she just said the quantity's doubled, but it's still 100 milligrams per container.
No, it's 50 milligrams for a container, and I paid the same price too. Yeah.
What?
Pretty messed up. Because in Colorado, you'd pay what, $20-$30 for the Chewies, and
more or less.
And it's 100 milligrams, 10 gummies, 10 milligrams each. But out here, it's only 10 gummies and 5 milligrams each.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
It's
pretty poo-poo. Not a fan.
It's like 2 sessions worth of like edibles.
Well, I microdose, so it's still enough for me, but it still doesn't feel good knowing that I'm paying twice the amount that I was in Colorado.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, I haven't like been to dispensaries or really bought anything since like March, honestly. So I'm just assuming that they have everything still set up the same way, you know, with COVID, but I don't know. Yeah, I was curious to see if there was like a difference between dispensaries and like weed culture state to state.
I would say like the weed culture in Massachusetts is definitely nothing like Colorado. Because Massachusetts, it's so new with recreational. Like recreational in Mass, I think is only like 4 years old. I think it was just medical before then. Whereas in Colorado, it's been going on for probably 10 years now. Or whenever recreation. So like in Colorado, like that's just the culture. Like you could just hang out and smoke a joint, and like that's almost the same thing as going to a brewery. Like that's just how people interact that way. In Mass, it's still like not as talked about. It's not as popularized. It's still pretty brand new. You can go to all the places and get your stuff, but I don't know. Same rules apply, but it's not as cool as Colorado. Like Colorado feels like quintessential weed culture.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Well, and I, like you said, I think it's so established out here that like, it's just, it's accepted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you can talk about it. It's like when you start talking about it, it's like, everyone's like, oh yeah, me too. But like, no one will necessarily come out of their shell right off the bat. But I remember when I first moved out here, it was like, do I even talk about it? Like, can I?
That's definitely how I was for the first couple months when I was out there.
Oh, I know.
I remember walking into the dispensary the first time and I was like, am I still like, is this a trap? Like, is this just a sting operation just for me? Like, did I get hired to this job to move out here to go into this dispensary to get arrested? Like, is this what's happening right now?
Feds just
like
roll
Chris
up
Hansen
on you
in the corner, but it's like the Chris Hansen of weed.
Yeah.
You get into the dispensary. It's like, do you have any of this? Hold on. Yeah, let me go into the back. And then Chris Hansen comes out. Why don't you take
I'm Chris Hansen. Yeah.
Why don't you just take a seat? What are you doing here? Huh? What are you doing here? I don't know, man. Oh, I'm so stupid. I don't know, man.
Oh, God.
That's a pothead.
The long con sting operation to arrest Will Crandall.
Yeah. Oh,
I think that'll be the title of my memoirs, The Long Con Sting Operation to Arrest Me.
The Long Con.
That's freaking funny.
I'd read your memoirs.
You would?
Your autobiography. Yeah.
Man.
I'm assuming there'd be some raunchy jokes, like, you know, just sprinkled throughout it.
Yeah. Who would play Will Crandall in a movie about Will Crandall's life?
Obviously, Bruce Willis. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be true.
I honestly think, like, when I was younger, I would think, like, it would be Jim Carrey or Will Ferrell. Just because.
I was gonna say, you have to have like young Will, you have to have like college Will, and then you have to have like grown adult Will.
Yeah. Well, grown adult Will is definitely Bruce Willis. Like that's true. I think college age Will would be Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think he could pull it off. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is
I like that. I like
stellar actor. Young me, probably one of the kids from Stranger Things. I don't know. That's probably who would play young me.
Yeah, I gotcha. That makes sense.
I got to sit on that one a little bit longer.
But if we're going to like old me, like 70-year-old me, it'd be Don Rickles, because I know I'm just going to be a complete asshole when I grow up.
Totally jaded. Even
just
more
totally
so.
jaded. I don't care about anything. Like, I'm 70. Let's start dying.
That's funny.
I'm done. I've lived my life.
Yeah.
What about you, Ray? Who would you pick?
To play me? I get the lookalike I get is James Franco quite a bit.
Yeah, I could see that.
I get James Franco, and who's the other one that I get? Shit, who is it? Because I've gotten it quite a bit. James Franco. We'll just stick with him for now. Yeah, you know.
James Franco at all ages.
Yeah, at all ages.
Yeah. When he was young in Freaks and Geeks, that's you in high school. When he's older from The Interview, that's you now. And then I'm sure he's going to do something 20 years down the road that's going to personify you perfectly in 20 years. So
I like to think like I'm like Planet of the Apes, James Franco, you know,
Planet
like super intelligent. Yeah.
You would think that, but no, you're Spider-Man, James Franco.
Yeah, I am. I'm the evil one. Oh, totally.
Well, what's his younger brother's name? Just get that kid to play you.
Oh, yeah.
Dave Franco. Yeah.
Dave Franco.
Yeah. Just get that kid to do it. That's funny.
Yeah. I think, the one James Franco movie I'm actually still looking to see is The Interview. I'm not not the Interview. You just said that. The Disaster Artist.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet either.
Yeah, me neither. It's on Netflix, and like it looks so weird that I like have to see it. You know,
I feel that's something you need to watch inebriated.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be need to be in a certain state of mind to enjoy that.
Yeah. We just watched Pineapple Express the other day, which is like it's such a good movie. We were talking about like those like I don't know, it'd be like the 2008 summer 2008 to like 2010, all those comedies that came out.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, it was just like one after another, like great cult classics. You know,
oh dude, from like 2000 to 2010, when stoner bro comedy was like at its peak.
Even like the Will Ferrell movies too. you know, like Talladega Nights, Step Brothers. Like it was just one after another of just like gems. Yeah.
Oh my god, I rewatched Superbad the other day.
That movie, dude.
Oh,
that movie is so
love that movie.
It's a classic. Almost 10. It's almost 20 years old. I tell you what, 2007, I think.
Yeah.
So 13 years old. Oh my god, it still holds up. It's still one of the funniest movies ever. Jonah Hill and Michael Cera, and also Emma Stone. Like, I think that was my high school crush, was Emma Stone. Like,
Seth Green and Bill Hader as the cops too. Like,
yeah.
That movie encapsulated like the millennial experience of high school. I think, like
for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it was everyone can relate to some aspect of that. It just hit that perfect, like, yeah, that movie hit it in stride. I love the who's the guy who hits Jonah Hill and drives him? You know what I'm talking about? He's actually the director.
Joe Latroglio, or it's something like that, because he's also in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's like one of the supporting actors in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He does a great job.
You guys on MySpace?
You guys are. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. You guys are MySpace. You guys know this guy? You know Jimmy? You totally look like his brother. Totally look like his brother, dude. That's the singer, Jimmy.
Jimmy, the guy with the beautiful voice.
Ripping lines of cocaine and listening to Michael Cera sing.
Michael Cera's gonna get like fucking stabbed if he doesn't sing.
Oh God.
That movie. You know, a movie's funny when like you watch it at a certain point in time and you think the funniest part of the movie is this one part, and then you kind of like get over it to where it's not as funny anymore. And then the more you watch it, like there's another part that you kind of slept on before, and it makes you laugh. Yeah, that makes sense. Like when Superbad first came out, I feel like it was the McLovin thing. Like everybody thought that was the funniest.
Yeah.
And then like the more I watched the movie, the more like other parts of it started to make me laugh more, and now it just kind of goes in a circle.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of that movie when I first saw it was the guy at the gas station who's like, I think it's when McLovin goes to grab a beer and he just like drops the six-pack all over the ground. And the guy's just standing there. He's like, "You gonna clean this up?" He's like, "Fuck my life." Yeah.
Fuck my life. Oh, so
like,
when I
definitely
rewatched
feel
it,
that.
I watched it on TV just because it was on. There's nothing else to watch, and I was like, and I'm a typical guy where I'm like, I know I own the DVD, but this is on TV right now, and I don't have to get to the couch, so I'll just watch it. And it's always hilarious to see how they edit, like they censor and edit. And so like that scene specifically, after McLovin like drops the beer and he's like, "No, I mean, this was already here. Somebody should really do something about this." And instead of the guy going, "Fuck my life," he looks over and goes, "Fuck you." Like, it was like random little things
weird
like that they just either cut out or just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like the scene, like at the end when McLovin is finally having sex, and at the and then when the cops go, "I'm sorry, I blocked your cock," they cut that out completely. Like they didn't even say that. They're just hugged and then the scene cut.
Oh, that's weird.
Like what? Why?
Yeah, some of those movies, like the explicit nature, like makes the humor. You know, without it, it's like this is kind of weird.
Some of the two ones that always stick out to me is Forgetting Sarah Marshall and The Departed. When I watch those on TV, in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, when there's a scene where the guy's like wearing this shitty Hawaiian shirt and he's like, "Man, I wish I wasn't wearing this fucking shirt." On TV, it goes, "I wish I wasn't wearing this flying shirt." And I was like, what? And that was like a running joke for me and my friends in high school. It's like, "I wish I wasn't wearing this flying shirt." It's just.
Oh God, that's the one with Russell Brand, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Russell Brand and Jason Statham. Not Jason Statham. It's Jason something.
Is
it
Jason Statham?
No, it's Jason Segel. Is that his name?
Yeah.
It's Jason Segel.
Yeah.
Oh, why did I say Jason Segel?
Yeah, and then in the Departed, where they're talking about the firefighters, and he goes, "Freaking like fucking firefighters are fucking homos" or something like that in the movie. And on TV they'll go, "Freaking firefighters are freaking yo-yos."
Oh gosh,
I love watching R-rated movies on TV. Like the way they edit it is so fucking funny.
They should put Team America on TV.
Oh,
I'm just curious to see how they would do that.
They would probably totally cut out the doll fucking scene.
Which is like,
the best part.
I haven't laughed that, dude. I remember sneaking into the theaters because I was too young to see it when it came out.
Yeah.
And like, I left the theater and like my stomach literally, like my abs hurt from laughing so hard. Like I've never heard my dad laugh as hard as when that scene came on. I didn't see it with him in theaters, but I talked him into renting it because I was like, you guys got to see this movie. Like, it's so funny. And he was like in tears in the corner, just like, because it catches you off guard. You're like, yeah, this movie is like a little bit over the top. And then that scene happens and you're like, wow. Well, so that's what dolls having sex looks like. Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Speaking of Matt Stone and Trey Parker, I watched an older movie of theirs that I didn't even know existed. I think it's called Orgasmo. It's from like the early 90s. And the premise of the movie is it's a someone who's part of the Mormon church. And I think when you're Mormon, they send you out to different places to try to convert people. Like you have to go door to door knocking. Have you heard of the word of Jesus Christ kind of thing? So it's that guy, but he's in California, Los Angeles, and somehow ends up in a situation where he needs to make like porn. He needs to make porn to like pay his rent or like make money. No, he has to make money for his wedding, and he doesn't want to disappoint his like soon-to-be wife or something like that.
Interesting.
And it's exactly what you would think if the creators of South Park made a movie where that's the premise. Like whatever you're thinking happens, that all happens. Like
they really so don't like Mormons, man.
Or they love them so much they have done so many things. Like they have a whole movie about them, and they have a whole freaking play about them.
Yeah.
The Book of Mormon is hilarious. I saw it once. It came to Charlotte. So
good. Really? Oh, yeah. I've never seen the Book of Mormon. I know of it, but we had some Mormons actually in Gunnison, who Cubes introduced me to, and they were nice people, you know. They were there to recruit, and I think one part of their venturing out too is like when you turn 18, you're allowed to go explore and like see if you want to continue and like become a full member in like the Mormon church.
Okay.
Is it that, or am I mistaken it with another?
You might be thinking, I know the Amish do that.
Amish, thank you. Yeah, it was the Amish.
Rumspringa!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. Sex Drive is a criminally underrated movie.
That movie was freaking funny.
Yeah.
Were those kids where he's in the donut suit and those kids put the big black dildo on him?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Well, apparently I just got a notification from Zoom that my meeting is going to end in 10 minutes, which doesn't make any sense because I have Zoom Premium.
Oh, yeah. I see that at the top.
So this meeting might be ending sooner than we thought. Well, sorry about that, guys. I'll make sure I have it up to date for next week. But we got 9 minutes. We can talk about whatever we want.
Damn, dude, there is a lot going on in the world right now.
There unfortunately is. We might have to record a second episode right after this once I get things figured out. Okay, so there's one thing, just because everyone in here was a Res Life professional at one point, I need to know y'all's perspective on this. Have you seen the new Burger King commercial? So there's a Burger King commercial where the Burger King, like the guy in the suit and everything. The premise is like we asked college students if they would be willing to wake up at 5:30 to try our new breakfast. And so the thing is, they're literally going door to door, knocking on college students' door, asking like, "Will you have this breakfast at 5:30 in the morning?" And my initial reaction was, "This is not This is not educational curriculum programming. I don't know who approved this."
Yeah, this is not curriculum.
That is not appropriate. And then I was like, "Wait, why is this dude in a costume just walking around in a college dorm at 5:30? This is not okay."
Yeah,
who approved this?
That's soliciting. Yeah, what?
But I really like it's got to be scripted. Like, there's no way because the kids looked like they had makeup on, they were awake. Like because we're Res Life professionals, we know that shit would never fly. They're just like, "Hey, we're Burger King. Can we just come in at 5:30?" Like, no, I'm gonna call the cops. What are you doing? Get out of here.
No, the realistic version of that is no one answers the door.
Yeah,
literally no one.
Yeah.
It's
like health and safety. Is you like knock, you knock. Well, we told them, multiple times for at least 2 weeks now.
Surprise health and safeties at 5:30 in the morning.
How do you? Will, how do you feel like being out of Res Life? Do you miss it or?
In a sense, yes, because I feel like, dude, after the first semester, I feel like I was getting into my groove. Like I was starting to figure things out. I was doing really well with conduct. Like I really had conduct down, and I was having great conversations with students, and I knew I was going to have an uphill battle with my staff. For some reason, we just didn't click. Like I knew that was going to be the case, but I feel like I was going to do so well next academic year. Like I feel like I was really getting into a groove. So, which is another reason why I'm a little bitter that like we got let go, or like I got let go, because I was like, I really feel like I was going to do so much better like next year, considering I had no experience coming into this. But given where everything is right now, and like some of the stories Mike has been telling me, some other Res Life friends who are in it right now, like it's rough. So like I said, a blessing in disguise. I don't know, like I'm going to be looking for Res Life jobs because I mean, I need a job. So, but I don't know, like I learned that Res Life is not necessarily my passion, and I hope my future employer isn't watching this podcast specifically, but it's not like I miss it because I miss the students.
Yeah, me too.
I don't necessarily miss the workload, because freaking Dirty Jobs should do a special on higher ed professionals, because this is one of the hardest jobs in the world. Like I have a newfound appreciation rooms for Res Life folks. Like it's really hard.
Yeah, really, no, really I miss it too. Like you said, for the students, like I miss the interactions. I miss the one-on-ones and like those like deep conversations that you can have with students. And just general, like, you know, leadership and education. But yeah, the workload is what I didn't realize how all consuming it was too. Like now that I'm working at a hotel and like I literally like punch out and it's like that's the end of my day.
Yeah.
Like there is no carryover into like my personal life. It's actually been it's been a breath of fresh air. I won't lie, you know, like it's given me some time to like, my brain can actually like relax for like the first time in 7 years, you know? So I don't know, Mike, don't get me wrong, dude. I'm glad you're in the field. I got friends in it too, you know, but, and you know, I think I'm going to try to get back into it too. I'm right there with you, Will. It's like, you know, I think I could still do a lot of good at like a university, and I still fundamentally believe in like the university ideals, you know.
Same. 100%.
You know, and that it's like you're shaping the next generation, the next, you know, what you're working with 5 years later is like that's mainstream, you know.
Yeah.
So keeps you young.
I think we all have similar mindsets in where I think higher ed and the college atmosphere is where I feel this. I don't know if y'all do, where I can do the most good, where it's like, it's a population that I feel like I know and understand the most. And it's a population that really like changed my life in such a good way through my work with orientation and Greek life and student affairs. Like, I feel like that is where I grew into my own and really became the man I am today. That's because of that mindset that puts me in the position to translate that and help college students going through the same thing I was. And like, it's really where I can do the most good and have the most influence on people growing up and to help them become like leaders and activists or good students, just all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike, why are you in the field?
It's like, kind of like for a lot of the reasons Will stated. For me, like when I first got to Western in undergrad, when I first got to WCU, like I was kind of like desperately in need of like a new identity. You know, I kind of like gone through high school just like not really making much of it. You know, I wasn't really that involved. You know, I kind of stuck to like my same core group of friends the whole time. Like I didn't really like put myself out there. And so when I got to Western, I was just like, everything I was in high school, I want to be the opposite. I want to be that guy that's like involved in like, and is like known on campus and like can kind of move between multiple circles and kind of be that guy. And so, in my first year, my residential experience went a long way to that, because I was in a living learning community. You know, I got to meet like guys who are my best friends now. But like we all met, we all had a really just like, to me, it was like a life-changing experience. And what I saw, and the crazy thing was, I had other guys from my high school that were also at Western, and none of them made it. Like I was the only one of our class that graduated from Western. But I look back at it, and one of them, you know, he wasn't in the LLC with me. Like we were originally supposed to be roommates. I got recruited to an LLC. I ended up getting a room assignment change. You know, he changed rooms, and he ended up with another roommate. Next thing I know, he's not at Western anymore. Another one got put in an upperclassmen community as a freshman, like in a private room by herself. like
Mhm.
never really made a whole lot of friends.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was like that kind of thing. And I was like, okay, well, I'm wondering, like, all these people were just as successful, if not more than me in high school. So why is it that I'm like made it and they didn't? And I thought the reason for that, God damn it.
We knew it. We called
Did
it.
I say this was gonna happen?
We called
Oh,
it.
is he on
He's
call?
on duty. He's on duty.
Oh no.
And we knew as soon as we'd be at like the pinnacle of our conversation, he would get a call. But that's actually perfect because we have less than a minute left because
I
Zoom
know.
didn't let me know. But
No.
well, this is unfortunately the best time to take a pause, and we'll
Yeah.
meet up next week. But
Yeah.
thanks everyone out there for this quick episode. If you like what we have to say, remember to like, subscribe, comment, send us emails, bird pigeon, send us whatever you want. Send us things.
Owls.
Yeah, send us owls. Oh
Yeah.
man. All right, dude. I'll catch up with you later, Ray.
Yeah, sounds good, man. I'll see you, dude.
Bye.
All right, bye.